Oh shit. All right. Hey guys. What? Okay. Welcome back. We almost back. We almost back, man. Savage AF. Savage AF, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. Haven't been with you guys for a while personally. I was in Detroit all last week. I am your boy Black Pedro. This is a Dro Solo edition. Happy Monday to you. Shang's on the road. He's traveling. But he will be with us later this week. But thank you for joining now. The cops are on me, apparently. The helicopter is trying to land on the roof. I don't know. It sounds close. But listen, guys, Savage AF, forget your feelings, facts matter. This is a Dro Solo edition. Typically, we're here for you Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes we're on the road, technical difficulties. Sometimes we just don't give a damn. You know, at your job, you do it too. So whatever. But that being said, man, if you ever do end up missing us live, that's your fault. Because if we on, we on. And if you don't know when we on, that means you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, which is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, youtube.com/C/SavageAF World. You know what it is. That'll let you know all the shows are archived there. So again, if you miss us live, you can redeem yourself. There's a chance for a comeback. All right, always a second chance. But when you do get to the page, you know, in order to be, you know, fully engaged with the show, bam. If you subscribe and get notified, then you'll never be denied. Ha! I like my chicken fried. Shut up. Here's the thing, guys. Some of you have been kicked off YouTube. I know this life. I've lived it. I'm here doing it now. But if you can't get on YouTube, man, you know what it is. You know what it is. We have the Facebook feed for you as well. Savage A.F. on Facebook. All right, make sure you're hitting us with them thumbs ups. All right, on YouTube, Facebook, all the way. Like it, share it, spread it. Speaking of sharing and spreading, I see people are jumping in the building. I appreciate y'all for being here. Again, forgive the absence. Last week I was in Detroit, basically the whole week for a cousin's wedding and just trying to catch up with as many people as I could. Completely failed. My family is slow. Like my mama's sister, her husband, my niece, they just move at a turtle's pace, herding cats. So didn't hit up a lot of spots that I wanted to, but still got to see the city and just being there, staying on the riverfront while I was there. It was just beautiful. But thank y'all for being here and then jumping back in with me. Like I said, Shang will be with us later in the week, but he is doing a bit of traveling like today and tomorrow. But Maya Baker, Breezy JJ's, Twana, I see it. Damani Jones, what up, though? Who else we got in here? Bronda, I see you. Rain of Love, love right back to you. AJ Fit, moving kilos. That's not a drug reference. This man could lift an elephant with his pinky. Yeah, man, I thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all. Just stick with me, man. You know, I'm gonna just do a quickie today, just a little talky talk, just to get us through the day. But man, it is I'll just get into the show. It's Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Oh, we're past the 5-minute mark. So Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Ah. Yeah, we're not supposed to curse in the first 5 minutes or it messes up the algorithm. But fuck the algorithm. I never even knew Al Gore had rhythm. So fuck that. A lot went on while I was gone. But here's the thing, man. Monday, October 2nd, 2023, in the time space continuum. I'm just gonna bounce around from on a few topics. I guess the one that had me most excited, honestly, was last night. I came home and there was a new episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. One of my favorite shows, one of my favorite things to keep up with of the sort of mock news comedy programs that also talk real shit. Oliver is my favorite. I've been done with Bill Maher for a minute. Just couldn't keep following that. And Comedy Central pissed me off years ago, so I stopped watching that. But support a lot of people that do those things and are on those outlets. But Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is my favorite. Saw that there was a new episode, and got excited because that is emblematic of the deal that was struck with the between the WGA and the AMPTP, which is the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers and the Writers Guild of America. So it looks like one strike is over, and that they sort of an agreement that seems to be not even seems to, but is amicable. It's what the WGA asked for, and when you look at it, it's really like the AMPTP, the producers, they could have done this, the networks or whatever, like they could have done this from day one, like So, but solidarity won within the WGA. My union, SAG-AFTRA, is still in the fight, but sitting down to the table as of today again to kind of restart negotiations. So all of that is very hopeful towards work in the near future. Not mad at that. Treehead, welcome to it. She says, "Why Comedy Central pissed you off?" Years ago, but I was up for one of their, like a showcase for one of their stand-up shows, and murdered at the showcase. Like, it's one of those where it's just like, bro, they gotta book me for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did the damn thing. I did what I did what I came to do. And a couple of days later, my manager at the time, white woman, sweetheart, but I don't think she understood how to fight for me. But she was like, "Yeah, they went in another direction." I was like, "What? That's like what direction?" And she was just like, "Well, literally, they told me that they love you and they think you're hilarious, but they already have a black guy, so they just wanted to see who else I had." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, they already have a black guy." And I was like, "All right, yeah." I think I tore up my studio apartment a little bit, and then never watched Comedy Central again. So like, I've seen clips, but I never watched Key and Peele. Like, I never saw an episode. Broad City, or people always referencing these things. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen a Comedy Central special in a while. Sorry. I just haven't. Yeah. Yeah, that pissed me off. Why are you bringing up old shit, Treehead? Damn it. I was in a good mood. No, but yeah, that one had me. I was just like, because it took me behind the curtain where I wasn't really, and I wasn't expecting to talk about this, but it took me behind the Hollywood curtain where, had white manager talking to white executives, and, my manager let me know what was said. And, whether she was supposed to or not. It happened. And it's one of those things. It's like, well, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you begin to understand how they think. But yeah, water under the bridge, sweep that under the rug. We move on. And you know me, I'll boycott some shit for some good years. You know what I mean? Like I'll walk away from corporate shit real quick. But that being said, man, so one of the things that happened while I was gone, Sexy Puerto Rican, welcome to it. 10 jumping jacks for being late. But yeah, the writer's strike is over. And the union won. The Writers Guild of America won. So we want to celebrate that and recycle that energy into the SAG-AFTRA negotiations and battles that we're going through with the very same union. YD Johnson says, never make a decision out of anger. I mean, if a network says, I don't want you because you're black, that's not even a decision out of anger. That's just fuck your network, and that's what they're essentially saying is like, oh, you're black, we're not going to take you because we already have that, right? Like, according to my manager, I got rejected because I was black. They said I was funny. They said I love you. He's a great guy, but he's black, and we already have that. And there's only one Negro allowed on this ship per voyage. I don't think that's, it angered me, but sometimes you can make wise decisions while you're angry too. You really can. I wouldn't go about, all like every day. Like at Starbucks don't make decisions like that, but yeah. That being said, man, yay for the Writers Guild, SAG-AFTRA, let's go. A lot of other big things did happen as well. I guess I'll end with the most salacious and current shit, but we also do have the fact that 90-year-old Senator Dianne Feinstein passed away. And before we get into her replacement, I will say that when I heard the news, I went and looked Mitch McConnell directly in his eyes and said, would you like to add anything to this? Which isn't to say that I'm celebrating the death of Dianne Feinstein, but more eagerly anticipating Mitch McConnell doing the same. But also, and I've said it out loud here, like I said, go to the page, the YouTube channel where all it's archived. It's there. I ain't gonna hide from it. But was looking for people like Feinstein, McConnell. There's a couple other people in there. It just might be a little bit like, hey, thank you for your service. Except for Mitch McConnell, fuck you, for your service, specifically for the way you done it. But that being said, I was definitely looking for Dianne Feinstein to step down. Hell of a way to do it. The most permanent way. She made up her mind. But yeah, Shingles doesn't care. But her replacement is going to be a black woman, appointed by Governor Gavin Newsom, because Dianne Feinstein represented California, along with Alex Padilla in the Senate. Padilla filled Kamala Harris's seat, Vice President Kamala Harris's seat, when she vacated for the White House. But yeah, man, Gavin Newsom, who I know is Shang, and I'm sure he'll talk about it. That's Shang's guy. Shang wants him to be the next Democratic president, or the next president in general. But Gavin Newsom, governor of our state of California, I'm a fan too. He's not my first choice for president, but that's Elizabeth Warren still for me. But um, he has chosen a black woman to fill Dianne Feinstein's seat. LaFonza Butler. And listen, being from Detroit, Michigan, man, I thought I had heard all of the names. But Lady LaFonso, I did not even know. I had never heard the name LaFonza. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. But that's her. LaFonza Butler. Um yeah, seems to be a former union head and organizer. Has ties to Kamala Harris. I admittedly I don't know a lot about her yet. Um, whether she decides to run for the seat next year or not, in this moment, doesn't quite matter as much as the fact that she will be the next uh, black woman to be senator in the United States Senate. She will be the only one. Um, and then, other than Tim Coonfoot Scott. And you can go on YouTube and look how to do the Coonfoot dance. It's a challenge, I think. But Tim Coonfoot Scott is the only other black senator, I believe. Am I wrong? Cory Booker, is he a senator or a representative? He's a senator, I think. I might be right, but I might be wrong. So somebody fact check me if you could, if you don't mind. on some backlog shit, Damani Jones said maybe your manager didn't put out. She's supposed to make it happen. That's not how I can't be pimping my manager. I'm like, hey bitch, go get this gig, come back for your nig. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't work like that. If anything, she sends me out to be the hoe. That's what in Hollywood, I'm the hoe. Okay, as the performer, as the talent, we the hoes. The managers, the agents, the producers. That's pimping and assistant pimping. Been pimping since been pimping. But I think my manager came from a long line of assistant pimps and really didn't know how to get that money about me. All right. But that being said, LaFonza Butler, we're gonna have a black woman in the Senate, and this seat it's a hot seat. Adam Schiff, Barbara Lee, and Katie Porter are all running for this seat. And if LaFonza Butler decides to, jump in the race to retain it after her appointment, then that'll that's four people running for that. That's a hell of a game of musical chairs. And outside of my lack of knowledge for LaFonza Butler, who she is and what she's about, I really do like the other three candidates for the seat: Schiff, Lee, and Porter. And no disrespect to Schiff or Lee, but I just got to say that I think Katie Porter, out of all places, Orange County, a Democrat who won a district as a representative in Orange County, I believe her to be the most progressive voice. Schiff and Lee are staunch Democrats. Obviously, Schiff dug in Trump's ass as much as you could with impeachments and whatnots. But I still think that Katie Porter's voice is way more progressive, to be honest, and way more representative of the direction America needs to go politically. So she's already got my vote and probably will maintain it, but we'll see. But that being said, also in the news, we're getting a new senator as a result of the death of Dianne Feinstein. Personally, would have loved to see her step down, maybe give a speech, and and be able to recognize her own career and then walk away from it. But back her up. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, dog. 90. Who the fuck wants a job when they're 90? Like, that was insane. That's an insane age to have a job, especially as a fucking United States senator. Like, babe, I love you, but girl, get the fuck out of here. Take your ass home. The hell, who gave her another drink? Nigga, I told you don't give her another shit. So that happened. But yeah, we're there. So speaking of other happenings, and the one thing I just wanted to gloat over today, do a little trolling, is that your boy Trumpty Dumpty I'm sorry, was in court today. We're on the West Coast, so a little bit behind. But no, he was on the in court today in New York. And this isn't even the Alan Bragg thing, which he already lost. This is the Letitia James thing that we've been waiting for. Oh man, Lady James, New York Attorney General, black woman, all up in that ass like tissue. Has a fraud case against Trump regarding his inflation and deflation of business values. It looks like Trump's attorneys didn't understand or I don't know. But this is not a jury trial. This is just one judge. It's a bench trial. So lack of Juris Doctorate over here. But as far as I can tell, there's these two types of trials within this space. Jury trial, 12 peers. Bench trial, leave it up to the judge. Somehow I think the Trump team chose a bench trial. And then I heard that his, what's her name? Haba. His attorney, this chick, she's nutty, dumb stick. But Haba, that's her last name, by the way. I don't have her first name. She's just dumb. Whatever. But the piece I gathered, it seemed like she didn't understand. She walked and didn't understand where the jury was, why there wasn't a jury. And the judge was like, bitch, you chose me. You know what I'm saying? She talking about, this is my case. So your boy was in court today and apparently wasn't looking as thugged out, Suge Knighted as his mugshot that these MAGAites seemingly love to jack off to. Hold on, let me check the comments. Sorry, when I'm by myself, I get to talking and then I gotta check comments and hit buttons and all this other shit, and it gets to be much at my age. Let me see. Miyu said Diane stayed on as long as she did because the Republicans said that if she stepped down, they would not replace her seat on the Senate Judiciary Committee with another Democrat. Didn't know that piece, so thank you, Miyu. And I'm gonna give you that shout out too. He says, and much respect to her because she was voting up until the day she died. The last vote I saw her take, they were whispering in her ear, just say aye. And she Mitch McConnell, and just kind of like, and they were like, just say aye. And then she was like, hey, and they were like, no, aye. And then she was like, EOU, and they were like, no, there's only one vowel left, just say that. And then I think she says sometimes why, and it was like, ugh. So I feel you, Miyu. I'm not trying to cloud her service years or so. And I think there was a couple things where I was like, I didn't really like what she did, but for the most part, I'm in line with her. I was in line with her politically. But also, maybe she stuck around in the seat too long to the point where they're like, the Republicans pull that because they know she about to die anyways. So she probably could have got out a while ago. It's like as much as I love RBG, right? Ruth Bader Ginsburg is like, you probably should have bounced when there was a Democrat in there. You know what I mean, babe? Like, love you, love you. But logistically, moving forward, you probably should have bounced a little earlier rather than dying. Okay, where were we? Sorry, Trump. Speaking of dying, hopefully he'll do it in jail. But yes, this is one of the two black women that have squarely pegged him in the ass and are placing themselves all up in his intestinal walls. In addition to Fonnie Willis out of Georgia, Letitia James was the first to bring charges against him, and now it's manifesting in court. Shang's not here to defend it, but I swear for God that Trump going to jail for some of one of these things. Okay, 91 counts across 4 indictments. He going down for some of one of these. Adam, one of the some of the one of these is gonna happen. No, but nobody about to go 91-0 in court. Not in, if this nigga Trump goes 91-0, I'll join niggas for Trump, blacks for Trump, TrumpMyDaddy.com. I'll coon for Trump. If Trump goes now, I'm saying it now, and we recording this. So, and Treehead just look, she said he ain't going to jail. If Trump goes 91-0 on counts, on all these indictment counts, this nigga got more counts than Dracula, than Sesame Street. 1 indictment, 2 indictment. Ha 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 ha. This is just so Treehead, as you said, he ain't going to jail. I've already admitted that, okay, maybe that might not happen. There are situations where plea deals could occur. I'm looking primarily for a situation where he is legally not permitted to run for president again, which, according to the 14th Amendment, might already apply. But that's what it is. Miss Adverb, first of all, our baby loves crack. So, and she ain't get that from my side. So we know what happened. She said, "You're doing crack with my baby inside you." I'm telling you that if Trumpty Dumpty beats all 91 counts across these 4 indictments, yeah, I'm joining MAGA, dog. Let's go. That's how confident I am. Let's go. Also, I might not actually do it, but fuck y'all. Okay. Shang all y'all so much money, it don't matter. Y'all gonna forget about this. Anyways, listen, this nigga is not going 91-0. And if you please, that means he's saying he's saying I did it. So then I would still win. But as long as he can't run for president again, whether he's in jail or can't be president again, whether he's in jail or because of the 14th Amendment or some deal with an attorney, I'll take it. You Treehead, you might be right. He might not go to jail, but he's not gonna beat 91 motherfucking counts. And what are this? It's like DC, New York, Georgia, Florida. These it's come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. See, but AJ, he said he could go 0-91 and he's gonna be in Florida playing golf. So you saying he could lose every indictment and still not go to jail? Man, some of these, they're all felonies. And if he actually gets convicted of a lot of these indictments or any one of these particular indictments, then it's jail time. It's jail time. Miss Adverb does know this. It only takes one. Okay. I'm selling it for $10 million, this hamburger, but I only gotta sell one. Best burger you ever had. And that's it. Also know that the DOJ, Merrick Garland, as sad and creepy as he seems, he did appoint a cyborg, a fucking Terminator robot from the future in Jack Smith, who doesn't give a fuck. Jack Smith just submitted papers because it's alleged that Trumpty Dumpty bought a gun, and which would be a violation of his felony indictment status, and I think negate his ROR, release of your on your own recognizance, but it'd be a bail violation or whatever, right? So it only takes one. Come on, Miss Aver. Why you got the mugshot avatar? Look at her. Look, she's done with the avatar game. YT Johnson says, is Letitia James seeking justice or to further her career with these charges against Donald Trump? I'm not going to go into pulling up pictures right now, but if there was ever a face that would say like, nigga, what? Oh, you think I'm playing? I think Letitia James, Fonnie Willis, these are women who are about their job. They're about justice. I think that what they see is a man who is blatantly ignoring the law, the system, and the Constitution in order to maintain power. And they're doing their job. This man has committed crimes. I mean, come on. We have all watched it happen live. Will this elevate their career? If they get jail time, either one of them, both of them, whatever, any of these people, Jack Smith, Alan Bragg, any of them get jail time for Donald Trump, a former United States president, it's going to elevate. Yeah, it's going to elevate their career. They'll be historic. Yeah. Does that have to be the motivation? Do we have to consider that the motivation? You know what I mean? No. Right? Like, it's going to further their career. If anybody gets them to jail and to not be, or gets Donald Trump to not ever be allowed to be president again, yeah, they're going to be legends. Yeah. Yeah. The reality is the man broke the law. We saw it. We needed people like this to go prosecute that shit. Yay, let's go. Whitey says, I'm not saying she doesn't hate him. Yeah. Personal feelings aside, this is within the purview of her job. This man clearly broke the law, committed fraud, lied about the valuations of businesses and properties in order to avoid tax payment. Right? Didn't want to pay the bill. That's all. Dine and dash. That's the man's style. So I hope it elevates her career. It should. We need to elevate people like her who are willing to stand up to power like this. This man is abusing the power that he had and that he has over his base. So, to answer your question, YT, I hope she does both. I hope she gets justice and elevates her career, because we deserve the justice. And if we get it, she would deserve the elevation. They don't have to be mutually exclusive. That being said, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that today, because this is we're in a TBC moment in America. So it's all to be continued, man. But these trials are going down. Unions are affecting corporations, and old people in the Senate are dying, and we're gonna need new leadership in these various facets of life, society, and the workforce. So let's keep our eyes peeled, man. Let's stay tuned. I'm gonna give a few more comments before I bounce. AJ Fitz says, it's on public record he messed with an undergrad girl, paid millions to the family gag order on them, and became president still. I don't even know about the underage part. Shoot. Sorry, yeah, this because but like the Stormy Daniels alone, and that's the Alan Bragg thing, I believe, is you covered up this payment to this porn star to silence her, that you used to silence her in order to influence the election, the electoral base, right? The electorate, right? So you didn't want people to know who you really were, so you could trick them into thinking you were somebody you weren't, and you paid this person money to shut up about it, and weren't forthright about that. But the undergirl thing, and I don't even, the underage girl. Sorry, I don't even know this case, AJ. I'm gonna look that up, man. So I was just aware of the Stormy Daniels. So thank you. But definitely don't doubt it, especially after he's already lost to E. Jean Carroll and is about to lose again for the same thing, dog. This nigga got hit with defamation against E. Jean Carroll and then came out and said, she lying. It's like, that's what you just got convicted for. So, definitely, I already believe you, dog. Just didn't know about it. So thank you. Savage AF, man, fuck your feelings, facts matter. I know I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm gonna jump in for you guys, especially since I missed last week, but I think I just needed a week off and honestly was busy with family and day drinking a lot. So you didn't want to hear shit I had to say anyways. But WDMA says if that didn't send DT to jail, nothing will. But you know what? If you can settle out of court with the family, R. Kelly, then it'll keep you out of jail for a while. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of the way our system is. But this shit is different. He can't pay off Letitia James, can't pay off Fonnie Willis, can't even pardon himself from Fonnie Willis's case. So I understand the sentiment, you know what I mean? But some of these cases are not the same, you know what I mean? So WDMA, AJ, even Treehead, I know you said he's not going to jail. Let's stick in. You know what I mean? Obviously we disagree on this subject. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I believe the man going to jail. And if not, I believe that he will not be allowed to be president again, at least. And to be honest, no disrespect to you, I hope I'm right. And I hope you hope I'm right, right? But I feel your cynicism. I understand where it comes from. But B Rose knows these cases are not this. Yesterday's price is not today's price, right? So there are different things going on. Ms. Averb, she says, I feel dirty and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. That's because you are. That's why we like you, girl. Stay in the mud. Matter of fact, bring out the girls and let's have a mud fight. All right, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, y'all. I'll be back here tomorrow for you guys. No lie. Real talk. True facts. We'll do the dead ass. But until then, man, 3 things for you guys. All right. I want you to stay black if you are black. Okay. Do that. Don't be black. Don't even try to be black if you're not black. It's not, we don't even need it. The world doesn't need it. You know, no matter what your talent, it is not. We don't need it. Third, last, definitely not least, keep your finger out your nose.